All right, hello friends. Thanks for tuning in to Perry Live with Ron Drake. Got a really good show this week, so we got to make up for the fact that I was out of town last week. So we have to do a doubly. I think that's the word. Doubly good show for this week. So I am excited to introduce to you my new friend, Zach Butler. Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming on the show today.
Good to see you, Ron.
Yeah, good to see you too. So you've got the SW.
The SW on the cab.
Yeah,
And
so
the Seth Wadley guy.
So Seth Wadley guy. We've been hearing a lot about
Wadley guy, yeah.
this Seth Wadley guy and his car dealership. So you work for him. You've been for a while now.
Wow.
And
I've known Seth 13 years. We've been together 8 of that. I am the business development director, so I deal with a lot of the marketing vendors. I have a team of 15 that works directly under me. We have a full-time photographer. I take care of all the social media profiles, get out in the community, do things like this. I've done radio, you know, quite a few things. So yeah, I'm just I'm the marketing machine.
Right, so you're kind of getting things going
Right
here. So all right, we kind of jumped ahead. In case you haven't heard, still in Perry, this Seth Wadley and your automotive group, Seth Wadley Automotive Group, right, has purchased some land and purchased quite a bit of land actually.
We did.
And is coming to Perry to open a car dealership.
Yep, that's exactly right. So we took over the old Rubel Vance building back here right next to downtown. We've done some renovations. We're getting that ramped up. We have a spectacular team. You know, all the people involved in this are experts in their field, and one of those guys is a contractor that worked for Flint Code Construction for 23 years, and so anytime we bring in facilities, they're top flight.
Yeah.
You know, we really do it up right.
Well, and I was a contractor myself, and I've actually worked with Flint Code just not very long ago, and on a project. You guys, we hear you're coming, and then all of a sudden we hear maybe some buildings are being bought, and then it feels like just a week later, you guys have repainted, you're putting a new storefront in, you've got you're already putting your walls and everything on the inside. So when's the anticipated opening date?
We have a tentative open date right now of July 5th.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
Coming up here pretty quick, and so getting facilities in order is definitely very important.
Right.
We want to be sure that we make enough space for the kind of inventory levels that we're going to bring, because it'll be quite a bit. When I started with Seth, we had 120 cars in stock at the store in Pauls Valley, and today our inventory count is over 2,000.
That's amazing.
So to bring 10% of that to Perry to get it jump started is, I think that's in the cards.
Yeah, so 200 cars and mostly trucks.
Trucks is what we do.
Trucks, yeah. We'll be here in downtown Perry in just over a month. And I have a picture. So on Tuesday, Kayla Schrum and I were walking to kind of check out. I was out of town last week, and so we come, and this is what we see. One of the little buildings was gone. This is the lumberyard across the street. So you guys purchased this property as well. Today, we walk over there, and it's pretty well cleared out. I'm sure by the end of the week, that's just going to be a big empty lot. So what's your plans with this lot? This is where you're going to put
inventory.
A lot of the inventory
that's
right
right
here.
So there's the existing building that's there that has lot space of its own.
Right.
And
that's like the parking lot.
Right here across the street, we'll pack in even more. So it takes quite a bit of space to do 200 half-ton, three-quarter-ton, one-ton pickup trucks, and so we're gonna merchandise it well, get it all cleared off. I think the expectation is to either gravel or blacktop over on that side, but house inventory. That's what that's for.
Okay, so I know it's hard. You know, you're still, I'm sure, just trying to wrap your head around the community of Perry and trying to get to know them. That's why you're doing this today, which I appreciate, since we just met literally 2 days ago, and now you've already agreed to be on the show. And you reached out a lot to I know, because I work a lot with Kayla Schrum, the Main Street Director. You've been reached out talking with her, and I'm sure the chamber and the city and everything as well. But without, I mean, I'm sure you guys have your own kind of expectations.
We do.
Which you hope,
We
know.
do.
So I think
That's
so maybe if you can help me answer a few questions, because some of the questions that people are probably asking, why Perry? Why would you come to small town Perry, Oklahoma, population 5,000 people?
It makes sense that people would ask that question.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting question. So our main operation right now is in Pauls Valley. And Pauls Valley is about 6,000, county of 16,000, which I understand is fairly similar here to Noble County. I-35 frontage now, but not when we started. When we got started, it was off the highway, a little bit smaller, a little bit older. Seth went through and same kind of thing what we're doing now, lots of renovations.
So you've already been through this,
That's
so
right.
he feels
That's right.
pretty comfortable in this situation, because it's
Right.
like, okay, done that.
Yeah, that's
cool.
right.
Yeah.
And so when you think about it, Pauls Valley is 60 miles south of downtown Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Perry is precisely 60 miles north. And so the similarities are just uncanny.
Right.
It's such a similar setup to what we've been successful with already, that and the city's been so welcoming. The development out on the highway, I'm sure, played a part in that. But we have every expectation of becoming a dominant regional force for Ford trucks. And so it takes one foot in front of the other, and we've already lived this. We've learned the lessons of making our way into a community and getting a successful business going. And so this one is chapter 4.
So I guess maybe the next question for people that aren't familiar with your dealership, how do you know what it takes to be a dominant force?
Absolutely. So just like I was telling you, when I got started with Seth, we had about 120 cars in stock. Now today over 2,000. Last month, April, we finished as the #1 volume Ford dealership in all of Oklahoma.
Wow.
We have been #1 in F-Series trucks for 8 years in a row.
Wow.
And there's no close second place. We dominate in Ford trucks in Oklahoma. So, to get an overall title last month is, the culmination of those steps along the way that, that get you to your goals, right? We all have championships in mind. So, the Pauls Valley showroom, in fact, you know how you hang banners,
Sure.
wrestling state championships,
right.
You hang banners. And so in our showroom in Pauls Valley, we have 8 banners hanging up for 8-time Truck King. So
Wow.
this whole setup just, it makes sense for us, it makes sense for the city. The traffic counts, the population numbers within our wheelhouse. We're very practiced with the marketing aspect. Like I say, we've learned the lessons along the way and now established solid expertise and management in, just the organizational structure.
So, I mean, this is a dummy question. It goes without saying. You basically have same expectations in Perry as that you guys are currently. Now you're going to be creating your own competition, so it's possible that you could be taking some of your own business away, but still, maybe I'm assuming, and I'm not in the business. I'm just thinking,
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're going to be competing with yourselves with that #1 place.
Right.
Over time.
Without a doubt.
Over
So, really, the way it has evolved, you start in the area where you are. You started with Pauls Valley, and then you, kind of like an onion, you branch out your radiuses further and further. Well, eventually you make it to the population center here in Oklahoma, which is Oklahoma City.
Sure.
And so our primary market at this point is Norman to Edmond.
Okay.
Right, and so we've already done lots of business in the north side of the city, and Edmond and Guthrie, and those are our people. And so this actually gives them a location that's closer and more convenient because we do free oil changes on everything we sell, new and used, gas or diesel, no strings attached. Free oil changes when you purchase from us. And so, they get to take that short drive to Perry, America now.
Right.
Because it might be just a little bit closer for them.
And so, so as we met, part of this idea, I think why you met with me is because I'm here to help revitalize the downtown. Now, of course, as a community development, I don't know, guy. Yeah,
All
right.
right.
Jinx. I get the connection between the bypass and the downtown. There's got to be, we've got to all, be together. But I'm excited, I think, at least for the next 2 years, that what this is going, I think it's perfect timing. I think it's perfect timing that you guys are down here going to be bringing a lot of traffic, hopefully, downtown.
We will.
To look at trucks. I'm really hoping, and I'm expecting, and I think it's true, that people are then going to want to, while they're getting their oil changed, or while they're, after they bought their truck to go, they want to walk down somewhere and go have a nice meal or a drink or something to celebrate,
You
right?
bet.
So,
Absolutely.
how important is it, I think, for you to be a community partner, and not just downtown, but I guess in the community as a whole, as we're talking about?
Without question, that's those are some of the added benefits to bringing a successful business to any town,
Sure.
right? And especially with the location where we are, we hope to be an integral part of downtown. We want to be involved, and we like to be a part of festivals and parades, and those are some of those marketing things that we've done in Pauls Valley already, and so to bring that stuff up here is it's a natural fit, and it does mean what you were describing. The people who come in, the employees of the business, they've got to eat dinner somewhere.
Sure.
They've got to get lunch, right? We become a destination store because the people come to see us based on the relationship. Well, how pleasant is it to, take a little short drive and find a new place, right? They'll find places that they enjoy and have a sandwich over at 6-Eleven,
Right.
like I got to on Tuesday, and met Brian, and
Yeah.
just such a great atmosphere. And two, I've been inspired by Kayla's energy. She just wants this so bad.
Right.
She loves her town, and she wants to make downtown special.
Yeah.
Special.
Right.
And so, it's like working for Seth. There are people who, have the vision, but very few of those people with the vision also have the courage to pull the trigger
Right.
and the team and the expertise to be able to execute, right? And so I feel like that's really what is going on with Kayla right now, is that, and Perry as a community, we want to build up that vital, vibrant downtown, make it a place that people from around the county want to come and have a meal,
Right.
catch a show, just different things that you get out in the community and do. Have festivals. Tonight's Mingle on Main.
Right.
Those are, I haven't been yet, but those are the types of activities in a downtown of a small town that, can really bring a lot of people together and fuel those businesses that are around the town square.
Yeah, it's already, when people buy a vehicle, especially today with some of the prices of some of these trucks,
Yes, sir.
and it's a big deal. It's one of those memory-making things, and so, yeah, I love the idea of people just getting excited to come to Perry to buy their truck, and not just because they're buying a new truck, but because they're going to have a great day. We're going to spend the day here. This is going to be, and maybe even at some point spend the night, and whatever. And so, yeah, it's all, I think it helps you, right? Because you want that truck buying, because I'm talking about you, about your culture and things of what you guys do.
That's exactly right.
You want that truck buying experience to be an amazing experience, not one of those experiences that you walk out of there going, God, that salesman was beating me up, or it took forever, whatever these
That's
things.
exactly
that we have
right.
this,
Yeah, the culture for us is the differentiator.
Yeah.
Right. We, the best way I know how to say it, we want to make our dealerships like taking a trip to the lake. Just, friendly people that and that you talk to, and you have a beverage with, or
Right.
We have a service advisor in Ada that, man, people they come to see her to trade recipes, and we make friends with the community, and we want to be ingrained in friendships here and relationships here, and all that kind of thing to make it. We want it to be different. We have a tagline: experience the difference. And when we say it, we mean it.
Yeah.
We want it to be a different thing than what car buying has. People have an expectation of what it's going to be, and we want to show them a better way.
Right.
In my radio ad and in some of the marketing, we have added, we'll show you what it means to love your dealership. Well, how rare is that, right? You have, every dealership seeks retention. You want your customers to come back through.
Come back.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right. But there's a difference between retention and loyalty, which I think is lost in a lot of ways in the car business these days, right? And ours even might go past that. We have customers that love knowing that they can count on their dealership, that they can come here and see long-standing friendships they've had and relationships they've developed through the years. And with the free oil changes for life, we have people that drive 60 and 70 miles to get a free oil change because they like the destination of it. They like the 30 minutes in the, drive in the country to get to where we are. And it just has been a solid formula that's all come together for us.
So I think it's a great opportunity for other store, if those of you that have businesses and things downtown, whether it be restaurant or retail or whatever, to build a relationship. And I think it's going to be through Main Street. I think that's part of what Kayla's trying to work on right now. But in the chamber as well. I mean, right now the city, the chamber, and Main Street, those three are working together as well as maybe from what I've heard as they may have ever have or in a long time. So there's good synergy right now. And so it's just a good time to get involved because, we want, to be honest, we want the folks that are coming to get the oil change, we want them to spend a little bit of money in town.
Buy a cheeseburger, have a shake, absolutely.
But I think bigger than that, if we can get it up here, we want them just to have a great experience when they come to Perry. And if they have a great experience at your dealership and at the restaurant and at the retail,
absolutely,
they're going to come back and they're going to tell their friends. So it's about making a few bucks and some sales tax dollars, but really I think it's just about just making this just a great destination location.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's already beautiful.
It really is. I mean, it's one of the striking things about Perry is, as far as small towns go, this place is immaculate. I mean, there's a beautiful square and the businesses are full and the city facilities are top notch where it comes to small towns and there's work to be done.
Sure.
But we've all just been incredibly impressed with what's going on here.
So you haven't had any major hiccups with city leadership or anything like that when you're trying to do all this stuff?
Well, I sure haven't personally.
Okay.
I haven't, absolutely not. Yeah, everyone's been very accommodating. It takes permits for things, and we have experience with that. But everyone's been incredibly accommodating here in Perry.
And I knew you were, and that's why I even asked the question with a smile on my face, because I know that again, right now, it's just a great time.
We are just
do
sliding right through.
And,
that's right.
And because what you're, towns say they want industry and things like that, but what you guys are doing is really also, it's I don't know, multifaceted, I guess. I don't know if I'm trying to think of the right words. I mean, to strategically buy the land here and there and do something on a part-time basis. And, I would assume that a lot of other times the scenario may be we're going to invest in this town and we're going to build a big dealership, and then when we're done with that, then we're going to move in. But you guys are kind of strategically trying to connected with a community, and
we feel so confident that it will work because we've done it.
You've done it.
This is not our first rodeo with this, precisely this scenario. And so, in fact, really for a lot of us, this is one of the most exciting things to come along, to get started, because we've all lived the experience of building Pauls Valley.
Right.
And now, for a guy like me who's, been around for a while, man, I get to go do it again. I love that part. I love that part. I get to go do it again. And
that's a great perspective, because, as a consultant, as downtown consultant, I've experienced it in other communities as well. And of course, some of the same things, that your contractor or whatever's been hit with, like, why are you spending money in Perry? Why would you guys come to Perry? Why would you? And maybe the same thing with me. I've had plenty of people say, why is this guy here? This is not going to work. And I'm like, I've been through it. I've experienced it. It will work. And the reality is, what you see and what I saw is an amazing, beautiful community that's just not living up to its potential. And I think that it's about to...
has growth opportunities.
It does.
Without a doubt. And I think a lot of it takes the attitude, of everyone believing that it's possible.
Right.
Those are some of the things that, we've lived is, people have to believe it can be done, right? And so we hope we are able to bring some of that.
Yeah.
We've actually named the general manager. His name is Eric Snow.
Okay.
Everybody needs to remember the name Eric Snow. He will be out and around town. He'll live here close and be the kind of buck stops here guy, but have tremendous group support. We already have, the construction's under control. It's going to be 17 bays with 12 lifts, and everything's brand new out of the box, cutting edge, equipment.
Yeah.
Master marketing plan is already rolling. Met with the ad agency this morning, put some final touches on one or two things. We're hoping we get to throw a party for our grand opening, and so love to have everybody come out for that. Kind of similar to Mingle on Main, but we like to do big fun things.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so you said 17 bays. I saw our director in the background go, wow. How many bays do you have in Pauls Valley?
Ooh.
Wow. Put you on the spot.
Well, I don't know the count, but I'll say this.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and they're always full. Our Ford store in Pauls Valley is physically the largest facility in the state, 65,000 square feet under roof. And so it's a big Ford store. There's a lot of bays, a lot of techs. We're the only Ford store that employs 8 full-time diesel technicians. There are already 2 senior master technicians on staff for Perry, which is a real win for us. That's where this whole thing starts, is with shop capability. Right. If you're going to build a dealership that people can count on, and they're going to make the trip to come visit, it's because of the service aspect, right? Lots of places to buy a truck. Lots of places to buy a truck. Not as many house as much inventory as we do, and not as many are, fostering relationships in the same way. But one of the differentiators is your shop capability, right? And so local businesses that have fleets, and personal customers that have been taking their vehicles other places, we're hoping to retain, obviously, a significant portion of Perry's vehicle repairs here at our facility, right? And so we're looking forward to, any kind of partnerships they may be in town. And, I see one of the fellas out here has quite a few flatbeds parked out front. And so I look forward to meeting him, because we do a lot of that. And so, just... it happens one step at a time, and we meet each one of those people, let them know that we have their best interest at heart. This is a profitable company that we're bringing to town, but at the same time, we have country in our blood. So, yeah, because you kind of talked about being a small town boy yourself, and. Yep. So came from Noble originally. Okay. I'm a Norman boy.
Being in Noble County.
I live in Norman. Wife and 3 kids. My family actually still has their 160 acres from the land run in Cleveland County, and so it is. My understanding, it's the one left in Cleveland County that's never had a mortgage. So. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And my wife's from Vernon, Texas. So she's a small town girl too, and all the crew. I'm thinking through all our guys. We we live in small towns and we do business in small towns, and I just love the community of it.
So I know you've got Pauls Valley, now Perry, and you have one in Ada.
Ada.
And then where else?
So the full operation is great big Ford store, great big Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, and then that same campus has Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. Okay. And then also in Pauls Valley, we have one of our used car operations. It's called Seth Wadley Auto Connection. The attempt there is to give people with damaged trouble credit a better shot, and we do things quite a bit different with that too. So rather than people having to deal with the 21% interest and all the things that come with having some stumbles along the way, all of ours are 9.99% short-term loans, warranty on everything, free oil changes for life.
Wow.
There's a real genuineness about Seth. Hearing him talk about, we wanted to flip that whole business model on its head. We wanted to give, things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. And we wanted to give those people an opportunity to rebuild.
Right.
Rebuild.
That's very good.
A lot of the it's called buy here, pay here.
Sure.
They kind of hold a captive audience because they don't report the payments when you make them on time.
Right.
They just report them when you don't.
Yeah,
and so ours is all fully bank funded, and so it is important to us that once we sell someone a car, they have a great experience, stay in the car. We want to warranty it. Our big cutting edge shops are the ones that do all the work. It's also worth it for us to put those cars through an extensive reconditioning process. We want them to be solid cars, and we want it to be a solid setup for them financially so that they can make progress toward a better
to
way.
get something else, and then they're going to go back and buy.
Come
a
see
new
me
truck
and we'll
from
do
you.
a Ford truck. Right.
Right.
So,
Okay,
anyway,
so
that's a part of our operation. And then Ada has Chevrolet Buick,
Okay.
and it has another auto connection.
Okay. All right. So we've only got a few minutes left. I'm realizing there's still a lot of things we can talk about. So I'm just going to try to throw some things out. Maybe you can tell me just quickly. So I think I've heard somewhere like you're going to bring as much as 100 people here eventually working. Or there will be about, or is that
That's
more?
entirely possible.
Okay.
I can't tell you that that'll be a day one
Yeah, I know, I get
aspiration,
that.
but
Right.
yeah, I mean over
But-
time there's no getting around that. We build great big shops, and
Yeah.
we employ lots of mechanics and
Right.
technicians and service advisors. There's support staff, cashiers that have to be there. Salespeople, sales managers. Business development representatives. There are a lot of moving parts in a dealership, especially when they get to, the bar for us is excellence. And so we have every expectation of growing up over time, and so entirely possible we have that kind of count.
All right. And then just real quick again, in terms of tractors, four-wheelers, fun stuff like that. I mean, you got to dabble into that at all since you own that
Sure.
as well, right?
So, we're in phase one. Ford Trucks has our attention right this minute, but we are open to lots of different opportunities. There is property, that we've done, and the city's been great, and so we are most definitely open to bringing in extra manufacturers, and we like toys, so that's down the road possibility. But we're looking forward to
Right now
throwing
it's-
the doors open and
Selling some trucks.
let's sell some trucks and let's get it rolling, and all those things. I think there are. We plan for the future, and so those wheels are turning. But we're in phase one right this minute.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you for being on the show today.
Absolutely.
That was really good.
It's good to see you, Ron.
And thank you also last Tuesday, a couple nights ago at the spring game. You guys brought a pallet of water down. It was a
We
hot
did,
night,
we did.
so I'm sure that was well received. And you and your wife and some of your other
We really
Guys,
enjoyed it.
yeah,
I,
hang
I
out
hope
there
that's
to
not too
get the
overwhelming.
gang.
260 cases of water come rolling in on a trailer, but
Go big or go home.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's right. We don't do much that's small. So
Yeah.
hopefully the Booster Club will be able to make some use of that.
Yeah.
You know, whether they decide to
Sure.
pass them out, sell them in concessions, just whatever they need to do. Handful of conversations I had.
Yeah.
I want to reassure the people of Perry that we're here to help. We look forward to sponsoring things over time, and last night I had the pleasure of giving out 100 bicycles. We at the Ford store in Pauls Valley, we've done a brand new bicycle for every 4th through 6th grader that has perfect attendance through the school year. So things like that are a lot of fun.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect attendance. We'll get that going here. So don't forget, tonight is Mingle on Main. Starts at 5:30, I think, something like that. There's going to be around 4 food trucks there, and they've already lit up the area. It's in a new area. It's over by Wally Schiffer's Insurance over here on the east side of the square. It'll be a lot of fun. And
Or right in front of Seth
and
Wadley.
right next across the alley from Seth Wadley dealership. You get to enjoy this mug. Take this with you.
I'll
and
take it home. I'm a coffee
use it
drinker,
as
so
bragging rights to all your friends
Yeah,
that you were
that's
on
right.
Perry Live
That's
here in
right.
Salem, or here in Perry, and so.
My, 15 minutes of fame.
I know, that's right. Okay, guys. Well, thanks again for tuning in. We will see you again next week. And share this. Like and share this with people. We want people to know
Absolutely.
what's happening here in downtown Perry and in the community of Perry. So thanks, guys. Signing off.